What's up, pretty gang? It's your girl Cassidy, and I'm back.
Pretty gang, I drop a bag on a pretty chain. Pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang. Everything lit on pretty gang. I drop a bag on a pretty chain. Everything valid on pretty gang. Pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang.
So I know. Okay, so I only uploaded one video. And YouTube was supposed to be something that I was going to be consistent in. It was my New Year's resolution that I was going to like be really consistent. But it's like literally December 31st, my life went. I've been on like an emotional roller coaster, just trying to basically like get my life together, figure everything out. And you know, I've been dealing with graduation. So I graduated, and oh my God, thank you God that happened, because whew, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard. I graduated May 20th. So I'm officially an alumna of the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. So I was basically dealing with that. After my first upload, I was extremely sick. I was in and out of the hospital, which is another reason why I thought I wasn't going to graduate on time, because I was so sick. I was in and out of the hospital. I had to worry about graduation, which was extremely stressful because I had no time for error. If I messed up in even just one class, I wasn't going to graduate. So I was really like on my shit, and I was dealing with personal issues, friendships that, you know, me falling out with friends is something that I just always deal with. From as long as I can remember, bitches have always hated me. Point blank period. I don't know. I could be friends with somebody and make a serious, like secretly not like me, and then it turns out into a fallout. I find out about them trying to talk to the dudes that I talk to, or them talking bad about me behind my back, or doing messy stuff, stealing from me. Like, I find out so much stuff later. I don't know if it's my choice in friends or if it's just, but it ain't me. I know it ain't me, because I just know my heart, and my mother raised me right. And I know that I am a loyal, genuine friend, and I literally will do anything for anybody. Like, I'll break my back for anybody, especially if I like care about you and I love you, like you're my friend. Yes, Cassidy will break her back for you, because I watched my mother do the same thing. Like growing up, like my mom had friends live with her. My mom has like, you know, taking care of friends, like giving them money, like all types of stuff. And I literally, I honestly, personally felt like that's how you're supposed to be. So when I have certain friends that aren't like that towards me, then it really hurts me, because I feel like that's how everyone's supposed to be. But then I had to find out the hard way that everybody doesn't have the same heart that you do. As far as graduation goes, life after graduation has been the complete opposite of what I imagined that life after graduation would be. Post-grad depression is real. Like, I feel as though that there's so much pressure after graduation, because you feel like you just wasted. If you don't have a job offer straight after graduation, you feel like you literally wasted 4 years of your life. And if you had to pay for school, that's another thing, that you have all these student loans and you have no job to take care of them. So you feel like your life is a waste. Can't relate. My dad was a Marine. I went to school for free, but I have friends that literally talk to me about the way they feel. They feel like, you know, they wasted because they don't have job offers. And, you know, school, honestly, a college degree is equivalent to a high school diploma. If you didn't network, basically, it's about who you know. It's not about, about what you know, it's about who you know. So life after college is based off of networking and the people you met in college and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of the times people just go to class. You know, you could end with a 3.9 and not have a job offer after college. Like, you can literally be stuck. Me personally, with college, I initially went to college just because I felt like it was something I had to do. Like, my parents, not saying my parents, okay, they did. Not saying that they, okay, maybe they did. Okay, my dad joined the military to take care of me, and he knew that my college would be paid off. So, and my mother, she didn't want me to live the same lifestyle that she lived. She wanted better for me, of course. Well, both of my parents did. They wanted better for me, of course. So, of course, there was no question. I had to go to college. So, I went to college and I hated it, the entire experience. Probably up until my junior year, maybe junior year. Was it junior year that I kind of started to like it? Not even kind of started to like it, but like I had no choice. I was about to graduate anyway. But yeah, so freshman year, oh my God, I literally hated school. I hated it so much because I felt like I was out of place. I felt like nobody liked me. I felt like I was like, what am I doing here? I'm from Miami. I went to performing arts schools for middle school and high school. So like I was in a very diverse culture. And when I get to Atlanta is Atlanta. Let's just say that Atlanta is Atlanta. It's very different. Like a complete culture shock for me. And in Miami, you know, like it's very diverse. So yeah, coming here to Atlanta was a complete culture shock for me, and it was an adjustment. And it was honestly, Clark was like the high school that I never went to. Like, you have people from everywhere, like raised all different types of ways, and you're forced to stay on campus. My freshman year, I went through 3 roommates. My first roommate, she was on track. I mean, she ran track. Yeah, she ran track, and she got mad at me because I told her that her feet stank. So whatever, we got into it, and she ended up moving out anyway. So then I got my second roommate. My second roommate was somebody that I was really close friends with. That I met, you know, first day at orientation, or was it Olive Branch? It was Olive Branch. It was where Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark all come together, and basically like we all wear the same shirt, like the same freshman shirt. So it was at Olive Branch, like, you know, welcoming the freshmen and trying to unite the AUC. So yeah, so my second roommate, me and her met. We were really close, and then she got mad at me over something that, like, basically a difference in opinions. We had 2 differences of opinions, but there was no reason why she should have took it as far as taking my stuff out of the refrigerator. That was a problem. So we had a problem, and I ended up having to move. She told the hall director that apparently she was afraid for her life, some bullshit, whatever. So I ended up having to move rooms, but I ended up keeping my room because in the midst of me being upset, I kicked the door and I smashed my foot, and I had to be on crutches. So my grandmother wrote a very lengthy letter to the dean and told them that I couldn't switch rooms, and that it would be unfair for me to switch rooms, and that I should stay in the room that I was in. So I ended up staying in my room. Then I got a third roommate, and I didn't have a problem with her. She was actually pretty cool. She just got pregnant. She was pregnant, and she ended up never coming back after spring break. So yeah, so then I ended up being in a room room by myself, and at the time, my freshman year, I had a boyfriend. Well, it was like an on and off boyfriend, but he was like my first boyfriend from high school and everything. So, and we was just arguing all the time, and I was just in such a dark place. Like, I could just remember just I never went to house parties. I never went to none of the little school events. I never went to anything. I used to just, if I didn't go home back to Miami, I literally would just stay in my room and just be in the dark and just be in such a bad place. And then I remember in the summertime, like I was begging my mom to let me move back to Miami, and because I still had an offer at a dance school that I got accepted to and a full scholarship to, and they still wanted me to come. Like, it was not too late, but my mom lived in Atlanta at the time, and she just was not having it and didn't want me to leave her. So, I was like, maybe I can give it another try. Sophomore year, I was reckless. I'm not even gonna lie, my grades, bro, like, it wasn't that I had bad grades. It was like I was just at this point like getting the minimum. I just wanted, like, C's was fine. Like, I wasn't going to classes. I was doing my homework. I always did my homework, but I just never went to class. And at Clark, like, attendance was mandatory, so that's what really was bringing my grades down. So, because I wasn't going to class, because I would go out the night before and then I would sleep in and miss class. Like, I was going out all the time. I'm talking about, like, partying. I'm like out. I'm like partying. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. I'm doing this and that. Like I just was. I don't know if I was trying to like mask the pain that I was feeling and like trying to, make the best out of the situation, but I was really like hurting myself. Like, I can remember, like, it was days where I had really high days, and then it was days where I had really low days, and then I would just stay in my room. I remember for like 3 days straight, like, my roommates used to literally have to come in the room and come talk to me and stuff like that and check on me. And I remember it was one time that I just was like, I just wanted to give up so bad. It was just all so much. And then, I didn't have a problem with my roommates at all. Like, I'm actually I'm really close to one of my roommates. Taylor, I love you. It was like it was 6 of us in total. So it was like 4 on one side where they had their own kitchen and a bathroom, and then it was like the other 4 roommates, and then it was me and Taylor on our side where we had our own kitchen and our own bathroom, and we never let none of them other bitches come over there. Like, we never let them, like, cause me and Taylor was like, this is our spot. This is our spot. We don't want nobody messing it up. This is us. It's just us two. That's all we gotta worry about. They gotta worry about their 4. We gotta worry about us too. So yeah, I ended up fighting one of my roommates though. I ended up fighting one of my roommates because she was weird. She was weird. She had a slick ass mouth. But that's another thing I had to deal with. Okay, so my camera died. But yeah, so I always had to deal with like trauma and females just always saying slick things to me. And I'm just like, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, but if I gotta fight, then we're gonna fight. And that's just what it is, because now I feel like you're trying me. So yeah, that happened. Then junior year was more of like, I'm like, all right, Cassidy, you really need to like, you're about to graduate, so try and make the best of it. Like, and I know everybody's saying, why didn't I just transfer and all this stuff. Clark was not the best, like the easiest school to transfer, especially transfer from. If I would have transferred, I should have transferred my freshman year. My credits were not going to transfer, and it was just going to be I would have wasted so much time, and then I would have had to start all over. Like, it was just a lot. So I was just like, let me just stick it out. Let me make the best of it. So I decided to get involved. I did a pageant. I did the Miss Black and Gold pageant for the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, our Alpha Phi chapter. And I ended up placing, and I was Miss Alpha Phi. So I did that. And right after that, I immediately started to see who was my real friends, who wasn't, because somebody that I thought was really, really close to me started treating me differently because she was also in the pageant and didn't win. Like, we were really close friends, and then it just was like, it just got to be too much. Like, it was just too much. So, and one day, you know, God decided to, you know, talk to me. God was like, and I heard him. I swear I never heard God before until that day. I literally, like, I promise you, it's just crazy talking about it, because, like, he really said, Cassidy, let go of this person. They are negative. Remove them from your life. Delete them off Instagram, phone, everything. And I promise you, I did that. Like the second that I heard in my head that God was talking to me, I removed them. And you know what I find out? I get a notification on my phone, because she didn't know that. Well, she logged into her Instagram before on my phone, and for some reason when you do that on Instagram, it doesn't log you out. So yeah, and I got a notification. She was DMing a dude that I used to talk to, that somebody that I had her around. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get flown out to Miami. Sweetie, he was never gonna do you like he did me. That's just what it was. And then I blocked her. She just went crazy on Instagram, started putting on my trying to put all my business out there. And the stuff that I had on her really could have just like really ended her. It probably would have made her want to like just crawl into a hole and just stay there for the rest of her life. But I'm not that type of person. Like, you could try and say this and this and this about me, which she couldn't really say nothing about me besides the stuff that I was going through with school. But everybody knew what I was going through at school. It wasn't no secret. Like, you know, my grades wise, me not going to classes and stuff like that, me struggling in school because of my depression and stuff like that. Like, people knew about that. Well, they didn't know about my depression, but they knew about, you know, me never being in class. Like, that was literally a joke. Like, everybody used to be like, oh, Cassidy's in class today? Yeah, I mean, I'm here. But don't get it twisted, boo. I still graduated. And then towards, like, so this was like beginning of senior year. All that happened beginning of senior year. Well, the whole her trying to put my business out on Instagram and stuff like that happened during the winter break. Then here, right before we came back to school after like New Year's and stuff like that, literally December 31st, that's when I got sick, and I was just like in the worst state I could have possibly been in. Mentally, physically, I was done. Like, it was the worst time I ever been through. And I felt so alone. I felt like yeah, I had my friends and they were there, but it was just like I felt like nobody knew exactly what I was going through, so they didn't know exactly like how I felt, and I felt like they was just expecting me to just get over what I was going through and how I was feeling, but it wasn't that easy. So I felt really alone, and it got to the point where I was really just like back to freshman year, staying in my bed. But this time I'm in my own home by myself, staying in my bed in the dark, crying, sleeping pretty much all day, not eating, all types of stuff. And you know, honestly, my last semester was a blur. I don't remember it. I was just really just trying to get through it. You know, it was really hard, and I was just really just trying to get through it. And so I don't remember it. I just remember graduating. I'll insert a clip of me graduating.
Aubrey Williams.
It's a graduate. But yeah, I just remember graduating, and then and post-grad depression is real. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you did in college. It's about who you knew, who you know, your networking, like the people that you connected with, because that's what grants you the opportunity. I always said I never learned anything in school. It was just about the people that I met that taught me about life. And college didn't really teach me anything. Honestly, it was a waste of my time. I did it because I felt like I had to. It was a great experience. You know, I'm glad I did it. It wasn't the best experience, but you know, it was an experience. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't have a good time sometimes. Like, I really enjoyed school, but majority of the time I was miserable, and that's just what it is. So honestly, if I didn't go to school for free, I probably wouldn't have gone, to be quite honest. Thank you, Daddy, for being in the military. And I had that, I'm very grateful that I was able to attend school for free. But, you know, if I had to pay for school, I wasn't gonna go. I didn't think it was worth it, really, honestly. And it's not even like I wanted to do anything that was like, that I needed a degree in. Like, I didn't want to be a teacher. I didn't want to be a psychologist. I didn't want to do philosophy. I didn't want to do math. No. But I'm not the one that's trying to rush God's plan. I'm not. I know God has something great planned out for me. You know, I just been like, dang, when is it gonna happen? Like, when is something good gonna happen? Because I just been so low, and I just feel like nothing good has been happening for me yet. It was a lot to realize that, you know, like, you have to struggle in order to get somewhere. You can, I mean, of course there are overnight success, but just as quickly as you can be an overnight success, you could be an overnight failure. And I feel like God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers, and he's building me into the person that I'm supposed to be. So all this that I've gone through, like the constant I have trust issues. I've dealt with things with men, I've dealt with things with friends, I've dealt with things physically, being sick, you know, mentally, depression, all this stuff. Is like, I feel like he's building me for a strong battle, because I'm supposed to come out like on top. I feel it, and I know in my heart. And I wanted to be consistent with YouTube. It was just so much happening at once, and I fell into I was unmotivated. I felt lost. I felt discouraged. I felt every possible bad thing that a person could feel. I felt it, and I didn't feel confident enough to come and speak on a camera and talk. But I felt like, as my first YouTube video coming back, like, it shouldn't be me doing something glamorous, or it shouldn't be me, like, you know, makeup, get ready with me, makeup, hair, like, all that's gonna come. I felt like as I evolve, I want my people to evolve with me. So I want everybody all my subscribers to come, and my viewers to come, to just see and listen to me, like, my story, basically, and just basically really just get to know me. And that's why I decided to just talk about basically life now, and my life update, and, you know, talk about post-grad depression and my college experience, and, you know, dealing with fake friends and men. Oh my God, men. I'm not gonna even, like, really talk about men in this video, because that is a whole nother video for itself. So if you guys want to see more videos of me, more stories, and, you know, more videos of me just basically being Cassidy, you know, like, comment, subscribe. You know, you know what everybody tell you to do it. You know, I'm doing better. I'm slowly trying to get better, you know, and I'm just trying to own up to the fact that things aren't just gonna fall into my lap. You know, I have to work for it, and everything doesn't happen overnight. So, and that's just something that I just have to remember. And, you know, everything's not gonna be easy, and everybody's not like you. There's good people, there's bad people, and I know how to deal with them all now. And so, yeah, but that's it for this video. Hope you guys like it. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my stories, but, you know, I'm just gonna end this video right here. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for real, pretty girl. Okay, pretty gang, we gotta stick together. Okay, so more videos to come, I promise. That means I don't promise, right? I promise more videos to come. You know, I'm gonna really stick it out, try and do like at least 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week tops. And so stay down with me and we'll come up together. Thanks, pretty gang. I'm out.
Pretty gang, I drop a bag on a pretty chain. Pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang. Pretty gang. Everything lit on pretty gang. I drop a bag on a pretty chain. Everything valid on pretty gang. Pretty gang, pretty gang, pretty gang.